Luckily, we have 3 crews now. Enterprise and Farragut's teams can mop up the problem systems, while the station's team gets the refinery running.
Hi guys, welcome back. Ensigns from Star Trek, lower decks were enthralled with strange new world's old-school technology, but is the technology of the 23rd or 24th centuries superior? The Communicator, or combadge, is one of the most important pieces of technology in the Star Trek universe, and the crossover between Star Trek, Strange New Worlds and Star Trek, Lower Decks reignited the controversy over which version of the famous gadget is superior. Strange New Worlds follows the experiences of Captain Christopher Pike and his crew on the USS Enterprise around 120 years before Lower Decks in the Star Trek universe. The technology of the 21st century has made significant advances over that of the 21st century, but is it better? Strange New Worlds Season 2 Episode 7, Those Old Scientists, has Ensigns Brad Boimler and Beckett Mariner from Star Trek, Lower Decks traveling back in time to meet Captain Pike and his Enterprise crew. Despite their best efforts to avoid changing history, Boimler, in particular, cannot help but be enthusiastic about meeting his idols and experiencing 23rd century technology in person. Even Pike is guarded by the 23rd century flip phone-like communicator when it comes to communication gadgets. Strange New Worlds reignites the Communicator versus combadge debate in Star Trek. Almost every Star Trek series has had at least one time travel narrative, and the characters frequently comment on the technology of the era they are visiting. Captain Pike and Number 1 are shown in Those Old Scientists inspecting Boimler's badge and remarking that they prefer their flip phone communicators. While everyone appears to agree that the flip phone form of the communicator is the most enjoyable to use, it isn't the most functional. In a risky scenario, Starfleet officers may not have a free hand to grasp their communicator and turn it open. Star Trek officers frequently need to communicate quickly, and the combadge provides a more simple means to reach another officer. Tapping their badge quickly is faster than opening the communicator, and the combadge connected to their uniform lowers the amount of electronics police must carry. Beyond communication, the combadges of the 24th century served as a global translator and a form of identity. While the old-school communicators are nostalgic and enjoyable, the modernized combadge provides a more convenient manner for officers to connect with one another in Starfleet's fast-paced atmosphere. Why does Star Trek's 24th century still admire 23rd century technology? Strange New Worlds, Star Trek, Those Elderly Scientists. Ensign Boimler Mbenga Tricorder Boimler was not the first Starfleet officer from the future to express a fondness for obsolete technologies. In Trials and Tribulations, a scene from Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, Jadzia Dax praises the classic design of the 23rd century tricorder. Boimler, too, asks Dr. Mbenga enthusiastically whether he might handle his tricorder, claiming that they never improved on these. Of course, Boimler goes on to detail the ways in which technology has advanced, but he obviously respects the old-school designs of the 21st century, even if the original tricorder has a tendency to explode. Starfleet personnel in the 24th century are likely to appreciate 23rd century technology for the same reasons that people today appreciate historical technology. There is a sense of nostalgia linked to previous versions of technology, whether or not one grew up with them. People now still like typewriters, record players, and flip phones, much as Starfleet officers did in the 23rd century with communicators and tricorders. With Those Old Scientists, Star Trek, Strange New Worlds not only renewed the argument over communicators versus combadges but also continued the practice of future Starfleet officers geeking out about previous technology. Thanks for watching.
Alon. Maybe Starfleet Security wants to weigh in on this.
I'd say we should let this one slide, Captain.